Hey everyone, welcome back to Code with Ro. If you've been following our JavaScript series, you've already mastered loops and control flows. Today, we're diving into another fundamental concept, functions. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's get coding. Functions are one of the building blocks of JavaScript, allowing us to encapsulate code into reusable blocks. They make code cleaner, easier to read, and maintainable. So in my body tag, I'll add a button, and on click, let's display a message. And the button's gonna say, click me. And then I will add a p tag, which will have the ID of the message that we want to show. And that's it. And don't forget to add your script.js that's connected to your JavaScript file. So now in my script.js, I'm going to add this function of the display message. And in this function, we're going to have a document.getElement by ID. And the ID that we selected was message. And then the inner text will be hello world. Functions are cool. And then semicolon. And that's it. So I'll control save both of the files. And here we have a simple HTML page with a button. When clicked, it triggers the display message function. So it shows up here after I click it. And let's break down the function. So we start with the function keyword, which is followed by the name of the function, display message. And parentheses, since this function doesn't need any inputs, we leave the parentheses empty. And inside the curly braces, we have the code that runs when the function's called. And this line gets an element by its ID and sets its inner text. This function is called when the button in our HTML is clicked, thanks to the onClick attribute that we have over here. So functions can also take parameters and return values. So let's add a function that takes a name and says hello to the user. Now, erase this and add another function called personalized greeting. And I'll input name because that's what we're going to be taking in. And I'll return hello with a space in it plus name plus and then an exclamation mark. And it says welcome to Code with Ro and a semicolon to close that off. And then I'll add another function to display the message, which will take no parameters, and it'll say var, which is our variable, user greeting is equal to personalized greeting. And then in the next line, I'm going to do a document.getElement by ID. And we're going to select that message ID that we created in our HTML and get the inner text, which is going to be equal to user greeting. So now personalized greeting takes one parameter, which is name, and returns a greeting message. We then use this function inside display message to greet a specific user. So when I click, it'll say, hello, Ro, welcome to Code with Ro, because we've equated this personalized greeting with the input of Ro, which is now our name. Functions are powerful and versatile. They help you write modular code, which is easier to test and reuse. In our next lesson, we'll explore more about function parameters and advanced concepts. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. Check out the Patreon link in the description for exclusive content, and happy coding.